Boards, games, board games, it's what's and talk. Board games, gone. It's all about today. If you want to um, use the commands addtask or dotask, then addtask for a finite gets yourself involved. For now, I'm going to be talking about recent highlights, living the life and seeing the sights. Recent highlights, playing games and other delights. Recent highlights. Well, I have played a wee bit of Explosion. One feels like it's a little bit fiddly in real life, so it's a wee bit better on Board Game Arena. And Potion Explosion again. I mean, yeah, in real life, then you'd have to be like, okay, these ones come out. Okay, I take them out. Okay, these ones come out. And it's almost like you're laboriously going through everything. And all these things just make us lazy. Maybe that's what it is, ultimately. My other recent highlight is getting out early enough to see the snow when not that many people had trodden on it, because outside there last night snow fell and all the streets, all the roads are covered, and little dog tracks, little bird tracks walking up what before it's turned into mush, before it has suffered from the disintegration that will eventually affect us all. you can just run through it, gallant and joyous. And hello, still today, but hopefully you can see me generally okay. And hey, good morning, Sate. It is lovely to see you as well. Has anyone out there played Potion Explosion, either physically or the Steam app? What do you think? Have you managed to play any games in the past few days? Have you had any recent highlights? Have you had any tasty meals? Have you been doing anything exciting? I was working with Chris. Chris made the achievement sheet for Categorical a wee bit nicer. We did a wee bit of photography together. But still, it's sad us being apart, but that's the way it goes. And hello, Nicholas. Lovely to see you. And I hope that you have had something to be joyful about. Whether that's a game played or a beautiful vista in front of you despite the entire sky being completely grey. Or whether it's a game of rummy that you tolerate because maybe you don't really like rummy and parent one wanted to play it basically every single night, and that's the only game that parent one seems to be able to grasp. But yeah, maybe that's just me. Achievement, well done, Xates. I saw photos of that. Getting the fridge and freezer and the kitchen floor cleaned. I did not see that, but well done. That is lovely to see. And Dale of Merchants got played yesterday. And I should say a quick explanation to anyone, and good morning, Alex. It is lovely, lovely, lovely to see you. And a quick explanation to anyone who was expecting to see Dina today. You will not be seeing Dina for personal reasons. Things conspired against us. I got some messages and yeah. But today is chaotic shenanigans instead. Now, let me talk about a brilliant thing. What's a little thing that is brilliant? Now I'm going to do a quick song that I've literally never sung before. And if you think, wait a minute, surely you were singing it when you were inventing it, or no, it's not that I've never performed it before. I've literally never sung it before. I just put together some words about 3 minutes before I started. But guess what thing I'm singing about? And then you might be able to get, lots of love to say it. I'm so sorry about that migraine. But yeah, that sounds really, really horrible. And hello. Good night, CD. It is lovely to see you, and thank you for being, I guess, UK-centric. It is lovely to see you, and I hope that you've had a good day. Aw. Yeah, that's totally understandable. Well, if you want to guess what I'm singing about, this isn't a board game, this is just a brilliant thing. Feeling the rhythm, I feel it within, and soon I am dancing, the room starts to spin, a simple melody can ease or relax me as I drift away. It betters my day. Or with energy, the beats draw the heat, and I move my feet as rhythms repeat. This wondrous thing about which I sing isn't just a fling, it is my everything. Now, just to remind people, don't guess twice in a row. So, Nicholas, I'm going to accept your first guess. Going to be mean. But you're not allowed to guess twice in a row. But if someone else guesses, then you can have another guess. Oh, it's all good. Don't need to apologise. And it's not a game, it's just a thing. It's just a brilliant thing. So, feeling the rhythm, I feel it within, and now I am dancing, the room starts to spin. A simple melody can ease or relax me as I drift away. It betters my day. Or with energy, the beats draw the heat as I move my feet, and the rhythms repeat. This wondrous thing about which I sing, it isn't just a thing, fling, it is my everything. And reminder that everyone who guesses it correctly gets some points, even if you're not first. So feel free to copy and latch onto someone's guess if you think that someone else has gotten it correctly. And I normally wait for a couple of minutes since the first guess. So yeah, it was, of course, as I go into Twitch and exclamation mark A, it was definitely it was definitely the thing that I'm about to show off. It was, of course, okay, there we go. Wait, oh man, I'm not paying enough attention. We'll cook music. You will not cook music, you will cook for board games. What am I saying? What would cooking music even be? Will cook for board games also not found? Why is, oh, too many L's. Oh, will cook for board games gets 1,000 points. There we go. And A. Nicolas Stragia gets 500 points as a runner-up prize. There we go. So congratulations. It is, of course, music, and I just think music is such a wonderful thing. And genuinely, it is like a drug. It impacts my emotions, but then looking at it that way, isn't everything like a drug? Thanks for the feedback. I will potentially get more of those. I was actually going to say that I was thinking of saying to publishers, hey, if you want me to have your game be one of the things, then pay me like 20 quid and your game will definitely be one, but try not to tell other people because then other people will know and will guess. But yeah, it's not channel points. It's something that you need to do exclamation mark points for. So CD, just to explain, you get 40 points for every 10 minutes that you are in the channel. And I can also dish out points whenever I want, which is basically whenever we're playing a game on Tuesday or whenever there's another play along thing or whenever occasionally I've done board game songs, and when people guess the board games, then they get points, or we've played Hangman and there's been points for that. So yeah, CD has 1,595 points. And why is it telling us that twice? I don't understand. Anyway. So, yep, you are rank 32 of 213. Most of the channel points, I'm not going to lie, are just through the songs which I do at the start of each show. But, hello, Javier. And Javier asks, is CD Celeste from which came first? Which game first? I don't know. I don't know that podcast. CD, you will have to answer that. CD is CD Doyle from New Zealand. The organized or co-organizer, I should say, of Wellicon. No, CD is CD, says Will Cook. And we've just talked about music, and so the guessing things is gone, and yeah. So if you have anything more to say about music, I mean, I love music, whether it's Nina Simone with a chilled out song that makes you feel poignant or a little bit nostalgic, or something that fills you with energy, or something that fills you with happiness and joy, or calms you down. And sometimes it's even lovely to have that little bit of aggression from metal like Winter Sun, something with thrashing guitars and screaming vocals. I find it all emotive, and yeah. And CD doesn't know that podcast either, so that's enlightening. And yeah, thanks Javier for mentioning it. And so yeah, that's the end of our brilliant thing. But if you want to, this is all chaotic shenanigans today. So look, if you want to talk more about music, or if you want to share recent highlights, or if you want to ask me any questions about design or board games, or if you want to tell me to do a task or add task, then you go for it. And now it's time for the questionably quick questions. And the first question is, of course, where exactly are you and what time is it? Well, I am in the UK. I'm in the north. I'm in the west area of Glasgow. I'm not going to say any more detail than that, but we were discussing about taking up music, learning. Oh, you should. What instrument do you want to do? And we've got, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 left in here before I need to put them all back in. So one of Javier's workmates was discussing the violin. That sounds interesting. Okay, so, not just any violin, an electric violin. Okay, so I'll actually keep it somewhat board game related, so I'm going to ditch this one. And states you can either choose a dramatic reading of Thor, you can get me to do a eulogy for a board game of your choice. So a eulogy for a board game or a dramatic reading of a board game book. And a board game book could be Theory of Fun, or it could be Brian Tinsman thing. I'll just do a dramatic reading of a random page. Maybe something about this. I'll talk about Pictionary. Why not? So tell me what you would like. And Will Cook drew a violin in chocolate. So, and we've chosen the eulogy. And Javier. Apparently, the Yamaha YEV 104 is very nice if it's in your budget. And I would recommend Javier come onto Twitch and get your point. And okay, so what board game are you going to make me do? A board game that I know absolutely nothing about? Yep, that's exactly what I expected. That is exactly what I expected. Should I look it up on Board Game Geek, or should I just base it on the tiny bit of knowledge that I don't have? I mean, I've not played either of these games. Like, I honestly don't mind whether it's seized the bean or herbaceous. Seized the bean is fine. I'm already looking it up. And so, CD, adding a task, create limerick based on, and CD wants me viewer or game. I shorten it just so I know enough to remind myself of what it's all about. And now and it feels like people are just going to keep adding stuff to there, and then I'll never have to refill it. This is all the ones that I've taken out in the previous days. Whoops. And then, so, it didn't tell me. CD, if you just do add task, that itself doesn't do anything. It just takes away 250 points from you. But if you meant do task, you know what? I can, I will refund you that one. CD on pause. Okay, so Xate, you never said, should I look it up on Board Game Geek or just use the tiny things that I've got? Oh, ACD on polls and 250. Okay. Well, we stand here and bid a fond farewell to seize the power, seize the bean, seize the bean. I barely knew its name. We spent so little time together. In fact, you might say we spent no time together. But I know there was a lot of love for this game. It meant so much to so many people who, unlike me, loved coffee. So many people who, unlike me, felt like coffee was a worthwhile addition to their lives. And I am not standing here to talk about whether coffee is a worthwhile addition to your life. Let us assume that it is, in which case, now the game has passed. It is no more, and there is no more seize the bean. For the bean has been seized. The bean has finally been wrenched out of our grasp, and it can no longer be within our hands. The bean which we continue trying to seize, it has been ripped from us. So sadly, so soon, so unfairly. And so we stand here, and all I can suggest is that we do not shed a tear for the bean that may have been seized, but we remind ourselves of those good times, the beans that we did seize, the beans that were within the palm of our hands, the beans that were within our fingertips, rather than falling from between our fingers, the beans that we seized. And those beans, maybe we placed them into our mouths, maybe we put them into a coffee grinder, maybe we seized them only to think, what are we doing with this bean? Why did I even seize it in the first place? What do I want with a coffee bean? Let me give it to someone else. But all these beans, they are no more. And so no more will we stand here and ponder as we make strategic decisions about how to feed people the coffee that is right for them. These days have passed. And so it is with a sad heart that I must bid adieu. Rest in peace, sees the bean. Seize the beans of power. Seize the beans of production. Planting the beans of production. Yes, we could take some of those beans and we could plant them, and maybe those beans will grow up into trees, and maybe those trees will give us more beans. But again, those days are no more. Wow, Alex, this is insanely meta. Fine. Let me look for the bits of paper. I guess this is putting responsibility on me in future to add a task. Bez adds a task. I mean, I know that's not quite the same as what you wrote, because the way I've just written it, it could be something where I feel like it's possible to game this system by putting things into the cup. Maybe I need to make them go out. And so it's like a deck building game, because this is your discard pile. So maybe the new cards should really be going into the discard pile. But we'll keep it as it is for now. But from now on, new cards need to go into the discard pile as we do this crazy deck building game. Because that's pretty much what it's turned into. And it is pretty full of little tasks. Anyway, thank you, and I'm glad you enjoyed that. Anyway, if anyone has any questionably quick questions, then feel free to ask the questionably quick questions. Otherwise, just going to stand here and do maybe another task for another wee bit, and then I will finish up potentially early today. And I really need to sort out the internet and try to get us onto a better plan. Oh, no problem. You make the rules. Yep, Dave Loser said so. So no quibbling, Sates. Dave Loser said the only rule is that the person streaming makes up the rules. Man, I wish my sustain pedal were working. So, yeah, I do actually want to ask you all a questionably quick question. What is one of the things that you'd love to have happen to help your business? Oh my gosh. Can I vote for Brexit to be undone? Can I vote for COVID to be undone and for conventions to come back again? I mean, those are the easy answers. That's the thing that I would like to get to a stage where there's some distribute, perhaps a bit smaller, says CD. I would love to get to the stage where there's more distributors taking on my games, and maybe I'm selling at least 10,000 units per year of the L deck, and it's a bigger thing. And yeah, I think that it is definitely about awareness. And sometimes I feel like I don't have a good solid plan, is the truth. For a long time, I've just been kind of making it up as I go along. When I started back in 2014, I think it was, someone at the job centre said, hey, okay, Behruz, you need, they didn't pronounce my name so well, but they might have said, okay, Behruz, because that's how people pronounce it if they've got a British accent. But let's assume they pronounce it perfectly. So Behruz, what you should do is drop a business plan. Think about where you'll be in so many months. Think about where you'll be in a year. Think about what you're doing. And like for me, it was like, okay, what can I actually do? Because back then, I didn't have any money for advertising. I didn't have any money to hire people. So it was just a, well, I'll make the game. I'll go to the convention. And if I think that I'm making my money back on the convention in, sales there and sales after the fact, then I will go there. And it took me a good few years until I was valuing my time at all. It took me, I think, it might have been 2017 or 2018 when I was invited to, I think, 3 conventions in the space of 2 weeks. And don't get me wrong, I would have enjoyed that. But it was at that point that I realized, okay, I can't just do literally everything. And so, yeah, I ended up not going to, I went to, I think, one of them. Even though the other two, I know I would have made my money back. They weren't charging me to be there. They just wanted me to be there to demo stuff. It was like a shop-based thing. And it was definitely a privilege to be invited. But going there, it's like, okay, I am running myself ragged and I could be doing things online. I could be spending time doing other things. And so I'm honestly not good at measuring the success of things. And that's why I'm hoping to partner up with someone before I head off. I've got someone in mind, someone that I don't want to, that I've talked to, and someone that will help me with marketing and someone that will help me keep things working. So, yeah, so I would like a plan. I guess, what's a success? This is a really interesting question. Wow, well, I say that jokingly because this used to be called quick questionable questions, and then I realized that people thought it was questionable questions, but the questionable parts was always that they were quick. I mean, it's inspired by the ludological lightning round, where really it's very slow. But anyway, what's a success to me? I guess success to me is a little bit of security. I mean, there's some big things, like eventually, given a few more decades, I mean, I believe that Yogi will continue selling, and sure, when it hits the next digit, I'll be quite excited, and I'd like to have a wee celebration at that point. But I'd like some security, because just making 95% of my income off one game, that's not secure. Because what if Yogi stops selling? And so, yeah, having multiple games out there, for my own publishing business, I guess financial success is having enough finances that I can pay other people to do all the parts that I feel would benefit from other people doing them. And being able to turn that into something where, yeah, I do have other developers on board. I have marketing people on board. I have people who do logistics, and it feels stable, it feels secure. And maybe that feeling of security and stability, that's maybe always going to be out with our grasp, because another pandemic, another political kerfuffle, to put it mildly, like Brexit, and any sense of stability falls apart. But having enough stability that I can be like, well, it sold 10,000 last year, and that's enough to pay for all these people and have some money in the bank, and now I need to register myself, and and using that. I mean, ultimately, what I want to do as a business is to maximize the amount of fun that people have with my things. And I want to maximize the amount of fun that people have. So to be able to do that, yes, to get it out, reaching more people, at the same time to be able to give free copies to schools, to be able to drop plans for schools, to be able to pay for people to demo these things all around and run events. And it's to maximize the amount of fun that people have with my stuff. But then that means that I've got to make good stuff. I've got to have something that people are able to have fun with. I've got to make it available to them. I've got to make people aware of it. I've got to make it accessible. And I've got to keep going, and I've got to make enough financially and be able to not put so much time and energy into it that I burn out. So you had some measures there, says CD. More games, paying people, fun people are having. Yeah, exactly. Next question from Xate asks, am I staying in Scotland? I mean, it depends what you mean by staying in. Like, I am going to be here for at least a couple more weeks. If there hadn't been a tighter lockdown, I would probably be coming back maybe this weekend. I do have an appointment in London on the 29th, 21st. I can barely remember. I think it's the 29th. Medical appointment. So I think I should be allowed back there. But I think I'm probably going to go back to London before the end of the month, assuming I am allowed. That is my current plan. Javier asks, do you enjoy being a freelancer, or would you rather work for a company as an employee? I would definitely... I would like to have the ability to continue working on my own stuff a wee bit. But I would really love to have some sorts of stability and some regular income from a company that says, hey, I'm going to pay you to work maybe 3 days a week. That would be my almost ideal situation. I don't enjoy necessarily all the management stuff. And it's because of that I kind of consider that my partner, who I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, going to partner with, will be more of a manager for Stuff by Bez and kind of be helping guide me on what to do. And honestly, I don't mind working for other people. I would have continued working for Drafts. The reason that I stopped working for Drafts was because I couldn't give them the time that they wanted. And having to work until 11:30, getting back home at 12, and then going to Dragon Meet, waking up at 5 a.m. so that I can sort everything out for Dragon Meet and then get there on the tube. that really wasn't fun. And that was the moments when I was like, yeah, I can't do this. And so yeah, I worked at drafts for a month, but like for sure, if I hadn't had to work, if it could have been okay, when there's a convention going, you won't have to work here. 100%. I would have really enjoyed that. I actually really enjoy being part of a team. I really enjoy if the team is all trying to do good stuff. And sometimes even when the team is like, well, you know what, we're trying to do good stuff, but really there's financial limitations, there's time limitations, and yeah, for sure, drafts, like people were, it's a shame that they talk about board game gurus, and that's part of the reason why I went there. But when you go, they always say, oh yeah, don't teach anybody the games unless it's really quiet, and they prioritize, okay, make sure going around and checking on people, asking them if they want more drinks, asking them if they want any food. And that's not the nicest feeling. And similarly, it's not the nicest feeling when you're working for a publisher and you say, well, this has a flaw. And the publisher's like, yeah, I'm aware of that, but I'm not going to ask you to work on it any longer because the Kickstarter hasn't done as well as I'd like, and I'm not going to pay any more money for this particular project. I mean, that is quite sad. And that kind of takes away a lot of the pride that you might have had for that project. And I do find that quite sad. And so obviously, whatever employer I would work for, I'd want to work for someone who really wanted to make excellent stuff and wanted to prioritize that. Because yes, you have to make, especially when you're paying people to do X amount more work. If I'm being honest, I just don't like being a freelancer. I've got so many invoices that I've got to send people. And yeah, I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy the self-governing. I don't enjoy the self-management. Yeah. Alex, I assume, is saying that is sad about the publishing bit and also the drafts bit, or was it mainly the publisher bit? So if anyone else has any other questions, or then I just want to comment on the fact that over here, the snow has been lying down in Glasgow, and I have managed to, being beholden to money making is pretty sad. Yeah, that's sad. That's frankly the way it is in today's capitalistic society. And even for me, I need to make money. And at the start of 2020, I was thinking, okay, the way I'm going to make money isn't by making a 2-player in-depth game. It's by making something that can be enjoyed by a mass market audience. And so, yeah, I kind of saw my own business. And very much right now, I don't see my business as something that I ideally like to. I would like it to continue being a passion project to some degree. I would like to be able to pay other people money for it. I'd like to pay other people, and Javier, that's totally fine. I don't expect anyone to watch every single live stream. And so, and I didn't do a top 10 best games I tried in 2020, although I did do a top 10 games, and I'm fairly sure I played them all in 2020. But if you mean games I tried for the first time, no, I haven't done that. And frankly, I don't know if I'd want to, especially not up here, not when I'd rather be down there with all the games so that I can actually see them. And frankly, I would almost struggle to do it because have I even played 10 new games in 2020? Yeah, I have, but some of them have been pretty rubbish, and I'm certainly not deserving of a top 10 list. I mean, I could do like maybe a top 3 new to me games that I tried in 2020, and I was going to say something cutting, but I'm not going. And like obviously, I'd probably have to cut out all the LDEC games because that's not fair because I'm so biased about them. There's a top 10 flops. Then a top 10 flops, or that were not as good as you expected. Honestly, I've just been playing the games in my collection, whether I'd played them or not before. What's an LDEC? Asks Xate. Oh, you lag. Anyway, so yeah, being beholden to money making. I just want to get on to my soapbox. Let's call this chair a soapbox. So I am now literally standing on top of my chair, and this is not very comfortable, so I'm going to get down again. Well, yep, feet planted firmly on the floor again. So, UBI, Universal Basic Income. This should be something that everyone has. People then have the opportunity, if they are living on, very frugally, to not be scared of what they're doing. I mean, let's say I believe that there should be £1,000 per month sent to everyone. It doesn't matter how much you're earning, just £1,000, 12 grand a year. This would replace housing benefit and job seekers allowance for the most part. Now, yeah, there are places that already have explored the universal basic income, but I think it would be at a level where everyone is able to at least be comfortable enough that they're not going to starve, that they are able to take an occasional trip around. And if they live super frugally, then yes, I could do other things and not be thinking, oh, when are the sales of this game going to dry up? Oh, is this game going to die? And like right now, I'm thinking, and actually that turns into money. And if you're an Omani, you get some amounts per year. Where does the money come from, though? From taxes. I mean, where does any money come from? At a very crude level, well, just print some more and sure, might devalue it, but also you don't need any of the administration. You don't need to work out, so who gets this money, who doesn't? And because of the cost of that administration, so do you pay taxes on the universal basic income? Well, the tax threshold would be higher than this. So if you have, let's say the universal basic income is 12 grand a year, then someone currently, I believe in the UK, you are allowed to earn 12 grand and then you pay taxes. Maybe under the new system, it would be similar, that you have that 12 grand that you're getting within universal basic income, and then any amount that you earn outside of that you get taxed on. But it should certainly be a low tax, and I'm a big proponent of having different, and there's 130 countries who are trying it or have tried it in the past. But when I looked at it, it seems like not that many people were actually trying it in a way that actually just allows people to, in a fully committed way. It felt like lots of, and in Oman, it comes from oil income. I mean, it's not like, oh, where does this money come from? Where does that money come from? It's just a case of, this is a kind of thing that we should be prioritizing a little bit more than the war effort, for example. And yes, that's right, says CD. Other countries have only done it in a maybe half-hearted way, we can say. And so, yeah, then suddenly people imagine that world where people feel more empowered to just try out personal projects, and not every personal project needs to make money. And a world where people aren't working as refuse collection or in a supermarket because they have to. But imagine how empowering that would be for the workers. Imagine now the power dynamic that would spring up, how people who currently own the supermarkets would have to actually pay these people a bit more, or do better, have better work environments. Like, I remember in the supermarkets where I was fired for stupid reasons, don't want to get too into it. Anyway, so in this supermarket, I said, look, I would rather not be working 5 days a week. Is there any way that I could maybe be part-time, like 4 days a week, 3 days a week? And they said, no, you can't. That's just not what we do in this department. Yes, we have part-time people on the checkouts, but if you're working cutting up dead animals, you need to do this 5 days a week. And yeah, honestly, like, my heart wasn't in it, and I don't enjoy cutting up dead animals. And yeah, the wage was actually reasonable, but I just didn't want to work all the time. I wanted to have like one night a week where I could say, this is a night off. I didn't want to be told on Monday whether I'm working on Wednesday or not. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, not being told your hours, that's just... Yeah, I understand they want the workers to be flexible because it makes things easier for the managers, but it's just not a great environment. And when I said, oh, well, why can't I be 4 days a week rather than 5? Then the person said, well, maybe that's not fair. Maybe I would want to work 4 days a week. Maybe this other person would want to work 4 days a week. And in which case, why not let them? Why not have everyone in the department, all 5 of us, working 4 days a week, and then hire another person to pick up the slack? And yeah, that is the... Anyway, imagine how much nicer work environments would have to be. It's a two-way bargain. And so anyway, that is my reply to Alex's comments of that is sad. Now, next question was, what is my most ambitious project? And I'm going to get to the do tasks and add tasks in the order that they came up in chat. So what is my most ambitious project? I am going to say either the LDEC, even though it has started, it is a reality. But as far as I'm concerned, the LDEC isn't 10% of what it will ultimately be. It's like, one of those anime shows where you have not seen my final form yet. This is not even my final form. Yeah. The LDEC, I want it one day to be... My ambition is for it to be... I don't expect for it to be the most popular game system in the world, but I want it to be number 2 after playing cards. I want it to be one day a close contender to playing cards. I want it one day that people say, you know what? Yeah, if you want to play rummy or trick-taking games or games that are about numbers and auction, yeah, sure, go for that one. But if you actually like word games in the slightest, then you need to get yourself an L deck. And for it to become part of the public consciousness, even like 10% of what yeah, I know 10% is still selling millions, and I'm aware of that, and I know that it kind of feels icky to be talking about sales figures, but yeah, reaching that many people, having that sort of public consciousness, going into a shop where the shop says, you know what, here are all our L decks, and then there's like maybe 10, 20 on display, and then some of them are in little boxes and just different graphic designs. Some of them are in nice boxes. And then there's maybe a metal one. There's maybe like a little mini one. There's all sorts of L decks. And you go into a typical board game shop, and if they don't have an L deck, you think, well, this isn't really a board game shop, is it? It's like if they don't even have that. And other than the L deck, which, because again, I want there to be a high headline game every year. I want to continue working on getting all these things to be more and more accessible. I want all these things to be more and more to get it out with partners like, I don't know, cocktail games or other people who can do localization. But that is, and wow, that is BAG, BHAG, big, humongous, ambitious game. That's a BAG? What's his BAG? Oh, wow. Oh, XQ chats. Well, thank you very much. I am just doing random chaos, and thank you for hosting the stream. We are just doing chaotic shenanigans. Big, hairy, audacious goal. Yep, that's... So, wow. Thank you for hosting the chats, XQ chats. That is lovely, and that is quite exciting. I'm not sure it's there. People actually watching. What I'm doing here is I am just answering questions about board games, answering if anyone is joining, then I might, even if someone asks nicely, do an impromptu song. And if you guess correctly, you can get bonus points. So let me go quickly for the things. I know this is just a party game, but a game where you blether a Scottish word meaning to talk at length at a fast rate. That has the most art and work to do just to get the first iteration published. That is 550 illustrations, which is a lot. Yeah, other than that, but basically, yeah, it's the L deck. CD spent addtask. So CD wants me to potentially make a top 3 games. I will add that in right now. Top 3 list. Viewer chooses topic. Or maybe it shouldn't even be games necessarily. It's just a top 3 list. Okay, and I'll put that into the Discord pile. And L world, exactly. I want it to take over the entire world. And so, Xate has just asked me to do a task, which means that I am going to shake, 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 shake. And take out 3 of these, and what do we get? We get, and this is how it's going to go. I take 3 tasks. Oh, yeah, these are 3 tasks. Wow. Okay, fine. Either sing Baby Got Back in a Shakespearean manner, or do a limerick based on either Saints or a game of Saints choice. And yeah, I am looking into getting awards in 2020, but that didn't quite happen. Sing Baby Got Back. Okay, I will have to look up the lyrics for Baby Got Back. Baby Got Back. What's the... I can't remember what does the melody go like. Let's play 5 seconds of it. Actually, YouTube's going... Okay. I like big... What key is it in? Does anyone know? Okay. I do declare, Becky, dearest, look at her posterior. It is so large. It is almost as if one of those men's folk who do speak with utterances like these folk of which I am talking. They only do parley with Becky because she does appear to be a lady of the night. Is that not so? For I do declare that Becky's posterior is so enormous that it boggles my mind. It is voluptuous. It is so there. I mean, it is almost an affront to the eyes, but do envisage Becky is of a darker nature. Wow, these lyrics are really problematic. I am almost thinking that I might rip this up once I've done this. Yeah, this is the only time you're getting to hear this. But I've started, so I will carry on. The start of Baby Got Back is spoken words. Exactly. Now, I like a large posterior, and I cannot say a falsehood. And all you other siblings cannot declare that it is not true. That when a lady walks in with a tiny middle section and a large posterior, all that you can gaze upon, you get high, like you get, it is like a spring in your step, that you want to put on the gusto, you want to put on a front, you want to make other people see what you are not truly, because it cannot help but pull your attention that all these things are so wondrous within those strange two-legged garments which the lady might be adorning. But I am addicted. It is like, and adult warning, actually an adult warning should have come some time ago. This is going to be, yep. Because like an opiate, I just cannot stop a gaze. Oh, my darling, I want to be in deep within your vicinity. I want to draw you. Other people did declare that this was a thing to be potentially afraid of. Other people declared that maybe I should be in the car, and I'm afraid of. And hello, Harley. I am just I've just been challenged to Baby Got Back in a Shakespearean way, and so, yep. And this is so delectable, like an automobile, or wait, they don't have automobiles, like a horse-drawn carriage, but faster than a horse, if you can gaze into the future. And I am tired of those pamphlets saying that you need to be of a certain size. Take the average person of a darker color and ask that person should have a fine ride, and they would say yes. Yes. Does your lady have a large posterior? Indeed, yes. In which case, you could tell them to move it vigorously. Move it vigorously, move it vigorously, move that accomplished posterior in a vigorous manner. This lady does have a derriere that people should speak of. The lady has a derriere. Okay, and that's as much as you're getting. And yep, I know that sprung doesn't quite mean that in the context of these lyrics. Yep, sure. It's a rap song about big gas is what to expect. And hello, Michael, it is lovely to see you. Hello, Harley, it is lovely to see you. I have a kind of chaotic shenanigans where people dare me to do things, and I can obviously veto them if it's against my things, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, yes, Baby Got Back in a Shakespearean style, and hello, Runa, it is lovely to see you. Thank you, everyone. And so that is the end of My Darling Has a Posterior to Speak of. So, yep. Still never got the song bits, of course. Yep, I never actually got into the song, but thank you for all the icons. Thank you, Harley, Sate, CD, and Alex. Oh, yay. Oh, it's very sweet of you. I'm just going to sit down for a wee bit. So will I be able to dare you to do an awesome hair toss? Well, Runa, you need to check your points. It costs 250 points to add a task, and then that task, just for you, Runa, I would put... Should that go in? Points. You've got... Yep, you can do it, Runa. So you can add task. Exactly. Feel the music making your hips start swaying, your hips start shake and dance. If you know you want to, but don't know if you should, you have nothing to lose. Dance. We can dance and just take a chance on me. We can dance, be free. Sorry, Runa. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe I should go affiliate because so the nice thing about it is that it is actually a physical thing. So I am writing hair toss and Luna spent 250 points. So what that means is not only will it be likely to come up, will it be possible to come up in the next wee bit, but also, and I know I said that there is a potential exploit, but unless I think there's shenanigans going on, I am going to put it straight into the cup. So it's like a deck building game. You get a card, you put it into the cup, and then the cards come out, and then eventually all the new cards go back into the cup, if that makes sense. So yeah. Yes, CD. Yeah, so now, Runa, what you do is you do exclamation mark do task, and then I will do a task. And the stream literally has shenanigans in the title. So, drifting above the clouds. Oh, that's not true. You can do some shenanigans, but if you use add add task do task, like, if it gets to be like 10 times in a stream, then maybe I'll say something. In the belly of a steel bird, looking down at the sun dipping below me and shining all over the world. Through a gap in the clouds I see the ocean folding like the skin on custard, and the light flowing from the evening sun to me looks a little like English mustard. Oh, life is so beautiful if you take a little time to look. And since life is so beautiful, won't you take a little time to look? Oh, life is so beautiful if you take a little time to look. And since life is so beautiful, won't you take a little time to look? Walking down the road home from the cash and carry, roughly 8:05. Sometimes looking up at the skies above me, it all looks alive. Swirls of purple and cracks of gold, everything's illuminated by the sun. It's not just something you're told. Life's truly beautiful. Come sing. Someone. Hello, can you see me again? Let me know if you can. Yay! Cool. Excellent, you can see me again. Sorry, So I can't see the Twitch comments from when I had my internet issues. I had to reconnect. But yeah. CD, read page 1 of a rulebook like a Shakespearean actor, or suggest an expansion idea for Teotihuacan. So read page 1 of a rulebook. What rulebook should I choose? I could either do Fruit Spy or The Crew. Hey, I'm glad that you came by as well. Okay, page 1. Shall we do The Crew? Okay. How would a Shakespearean actor read this? I think next time I'll let people pick the page, because download the free Cosmos Helper app. Ages 10 plus, players 3 to 5. Andruna, goodbye. Astronauts wanted. Scientists say there is a mysterious 9th planet located at the edge of our solar system. But despite all their efforts, so far, they have been unable to provide substantial evidence of its existence. Join this exciting space adventure to find out if the theories are just science fiction, or if you will discover Planet 9. In this cooperative trick-taking game, you need to complete 50 different missions, but you will only succeed if you can work together as a team to master the challenges and achieve your mission. Communication will be essential. But in space, things can be more difficult than you expect. Game materials. 40 large cards, playing cards, 36 color cards in 4 colors with the values 1 to 9, 4 rocket cards with the values 1 to 4, 5 large reminder cards, 36 small cards, task cards, 16 tokens, 10 task tokens, 5 radio communication tokens, 1 distress signal token, 1 commander token, 1 rulebook, logbook. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The partridge in the pear tree, exactly. Let me actually just do my hair very, very quickly so it's not all my face. And C. I'm not sure. Oh, Alex. Okay, fine. You know what the new rule is that some tasks I'll put it in discard pile, some tasks I won't. Okay. Yeah, the way things are going, I will never have to refresh the discard pile. Okay, so Alex. Oh, C equals clap. Oh, thank you very much. Also, if you do exclamation mark clap, I added a command so that that can work. It does some emoticons. Singing Bohemian Rhapsody, I don't know if I can do that, but I am going to try it at least once. And then I'm warning you, that might be one of the ones that gets torn up. Sing Bohemian Rhapsody backwards. Okay. So that is going to go. You know what? I'll put it into the cup. It depends entirely on my whims. And what was the other thing? Sing a love song, but love is replaced by Bez. Okay. Love to lunch. I'm not trying to think of. I think the person who gets that will have to nominate the song. We have a thing in this house where you sing a song, but heart is. Yeah, that's still PG-13. Where heart is replaced with arse. Okay. You know what? I'm going to. It's quite the extravaganza. Like, I've got you in my. I give my to you. Unchain my. Yes. Okay. I would not. Feliz Navidad. Is Feliz Navidad. Does that have the word heart or arse in it? Or love? Well, it was lovely to see you, Michael. Thanks for dropping in, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Oh, okay, Nicholas. So apparently, Feliz Navidad says that you might love someone from the bottom of your heart. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on. Oh man, okay, I've got to rip up some more paper. If anyone wants to do a task, I am just going to possibly do one more if anyone wants me to. Otherwise, I am going to wrap up and finish up at this point. But of course, tomorrow is Friday, so Friday is the Friendly Friday Forum. I do have a potential guest who was hoping to come on Wednesday, I want to say. Anyway, we had a misunderstanding and they're coming on Friday instead. So yeah, whilst it's still Friendly Friday Forum, anyone can come on and join in. Whilst, you know, someone else is on, might not be so to the chaotic shenanigans, but I will try my best to keep things going and also give the guests their respect. Do a D. Gorman. I don't know if I feel like a Dave Gorman style rant. You know what, Kate? I'm actually going to. I don't want to be making jokes about. If I make bad jokes about snow, I think that's fine. But I don't want to make bad jokes about COVID. So either you can change that or I'll just refund you. Will cook for board games. I'll even give you a have I already pressed enter or okay. About subject. Okay, I'll do that. Well, I'll finish up a wee song about life, and then I will recap, wrap up, and properly finish up. Walking down the road home from the crash and carry, roughly 8:05. Sometimes looking up at the skies above me, it all looks alive. Swirls of purple and cracks of gold, all illuminated by the sun. It's not just something you're told. Life's truly beautiful, and come sing everyone. Oh, life is so beautiful if you take a little time to look. And since life is so beautiful, won't you take a little time to look? Oh, life is so beautiful if you take a little time to look. And since life is so beautiful, won't you take a little time to look? Sitting halfway up the rocky shore, staring further out to sea than we will ever understand, although that doesn't really mean anything. Wind lashing at my face makes me think what wonderful time and space. Waves dancing like the birds above make me wanna scream. My love for the world, and I shout, life is so beautiful. If you take a little time to look, and since life is so beautiful, won't you take a little time to look? Oh, life is so beautiful, won't you take a little time to look? And since life is so beautiful, won't you take a little time to look? Stop and think and try to take it all in, but you just cannot even begin, because it's all too amazing. Even the smallest thing, the fact that it simply exists, it's wonderful, fantastic. But you know what it is? Most of all, oh, life is so beautiful. If you take a little time to look, and since life is so beautiful, won't you take a little time to look? And life is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing a little bit of time of your life with me. Oh, life is so beautiful. I don't know how to roll a character in D&D. Oh, life is so beautiful. Let's try to make this world a little bit closer to heaven. Oh, life is so beautiful. Thank you for following Pro Fortnite Gamer 1337. Oh, life is so beautiful. And I hope you find something fun to do, 'cause life is so beautiful. And just remember it's beautiful. Just remember it's wonderful. Just like you. Genuinely, thank you very much, everyone, for being here. So, yeah, what have we... And, yeah, Nicholas, I do not how to roll a character in D&D. I mean, also, the way you roll a character in D&D, it varies depending on your GM. Some people, like, say, roll 3d6 and choose the highest two. Some people say roll 3d6 this many times and then choose them for your stats, so you get to choose what kind of character you have. So yeah, you could choose for your highest stat to be wisdom or whatever. And oh, thank you. That's lovely of you to say. And thank you, Pro Fortnite Gamer Lead, for following along. And yeah, what have we been up to today? Well, we've had a bunch of chaotic shenanigans, really. Aww, thank you. Well, first I sang about music and song, and the way it helps me be okay. It's a constant companion, and having it along brings a little brightness to my day. And then we did a dramatic reading or two. One was of Baby Got Back. But then I ripped that particular task into shreds, more than two. And that's not a task that will come back. And I wonder if this is like a strange deck building game where the tasks are all cards on bits of paper. And this strange thing happened, and it's a little bit weird again. And then I talked about my desires, about my most ambitious game, about the things that light my fires, bringing fun to others. And now I can't think of a rhyme for game, tame, dame. And being a fine dame, I could be a fine dame, yeah. A mighty fine dame. Yar, that be a mighty fine dame. Anyway. If you wish to follow me, then I think that you know what is my URL. Where you need to go. Stuffbybez.com, stuffbybez.com, twitter.com/stuffbybez, instagram.com/stuffbybez, twitch.tv/stuffbybez. I stream every day at 10 a.m. and I'll be streaming tomorrow too. youtube.com/stuffbybez if for the old recap or two. stuffbybez.com/discord. It's leaving the screen, but it was just over there. And on Saturday, we will have a day of games about which I care a lot. On Saturday, if you want to play, you can play things by Rory Muldoon. Monstrosity, Invisible Bidel, make a word search, Scora, March of Progress. You can play them all with Alan Paul or Rory Muldoon. You can play them all very soon. It's a day on Saturday So please join my Discord if you aren't already. Thank you. Yeah. And finally, well, not finally, because there's a wee bit to go. I want to say thank you to everyone. I appreciate you more than you ever will know. And now I ask over to you, what are you up to? You can share anything you want to. So is there anything you're up to? Anything that you want to get done later today? Maybe walk outside, maybe go for a bike ride, maybe eating something nice that maybe you like, maybe having a good night's sleep, maybe you sleep deep. Maybe you're going shopping online, maybe you want to buy something cheap. Maybe you're trying to make a little toy that goes peep, I don't know. I need to get out, says Xate, but really don't feel up to it. Well, only you can, I'm afraid, make that decision. I mean, if I felt like it was what you wanted, then I would say, you go, rah, 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 and, give some encouraging noises of motivation. Well, I hope you enjoy Michael's stream. Oh, Skype meeting. Are we allowed to know with who? That sounds quite exciting. I hope it's a nice one for you. Myself, I'm hoping to sort out the internet. And because I know everybody's aware, occasionally you get me stuttering and buffering and glitching and freezing and all those things that maybe you don't want. So I'll phone them up and I'll chat them up and I'll see if I can get a better deal. And hopefully it won't take too long, but maybe customer service and phone lines aren't ideal. I'll have something for breakfast. Oh, nice. Skype meeting with Michael. That does sound exciting. So I hope that it's a lovely one. I'd like to think of something else that I'm looking forward to. I see the snow's turning into mush. I might just stay indoors as outside rain starts to pour. I might do some reading or play a video game, but there's no rush. Because I don't want to get sad, but just for a moment, I want to say how grateful I am for this moment and having you in it. And yeah, I wish that, we could be together for a hug or whatever, for a game, for a dance, for a sing, for a song, for maybe just walking and talking along, maybe just playing a game in real life. But Yeah, we're alone for a while. We will survive. So lots of love. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. For my next streams, look at stuffbybez.com/streams, and all the names are up there for next week. And what is happening next week? So tomorrow is Friendly Friday Forum, as always. Saturday's Bez and Friends Game Day. If I've not talked about it enough, then I'm going to talk about it some more. Sunday, I'm going to be reviewing some things, maybe podcasts. Monday, I'm going to be reading more of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Where is that book? It's somewhere. Anyway, Tuesday, I'm going to be discussing inspiration. It's going to be with Rita Model and Alan Paul. We're going to be discussing initial design decisions. Tuesday, Tabletop Tuesday, we will be playing some muckle games, some word games. And Wednesday, meeting Jessica Mederingham. Yep. Thursday, hopefully discussing remaking a game with Benji, although Benji's not gotten back to me in the past day, so we'll have to double check with them. And yeah. And of course, next Saturday, Saturday the 16th, that brings us to a new regular series, which is going to be Dick, also known as Dutch Yoda, on every couple of weeks. And thank you very much, Alex. There's lots of love for Dutch Yoda. If there's someone else that you think should be coming on to this stream, then please let them know and ask them to get in touch. Ultimately, the first thing they need to do is send me some ideas for subjects, or maybe just they want to chat, and that's okay as long as they're not going to just come on here to self-promote. They need to do a wee bio and send me a picture, and that's basically it. And as long as they can speak English, then they are welcome. I've been Oh, thank you very much. And hello, Night Sky's Dark. It's lovely to see you. Oh, it's been so long. I think, to anyone who doesn't know, I believe this is the world champion for In a Bind, now known as Yogi, but I wanted to draw a distinction between the two because there was a last ever World Championship of In a Bind, which was at, I want to say, UK Games Expo 2017, and then that was such a lovely time. And oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I was sure it was. Are you not? You're from Croydon, right? I just remembered that it was someone from Croydon, but I slightly forgot. Yeah, so I'm so sorry for mixing that up. But oh yes. I mean, I recognize the face, but I'm terrible with. Becky, I am so sorry. Thank you. But it's lovely to have you here. And I am just finishing up. And so for my next streams, look at stuffbybez.com/streams, which will redirect you to my Google Calendar. But yeah, this is the last section where I basically ask anybody, is there anything that you're looking forward to? So we can share in your joy and maybe take inspiration from what you're looking forward to. I might have some prawns today. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also maybe going to have some cheese. Oh man, and suddenly Bez is excited again, just with the prospect of putting together 2 new tastes that Bez has not previously put together. So yeah. But if there's anything that you want to share, whether it's a desire to get out, a lovely Skype call, I am actually thinking that I might start doing a bit more streaming, because while I'm here, yeah, it is kind of absolute lockdown. And I realised that seeing Chris once a week, even in a work capacity, meant so much. And it's been, what has it been? 22nd? How many days is that? Nearly 3 weeks? 2 weeks? But yeah, I'm starting to go crazy. It turns out that's about 1.5 weeks with not really seeing other people and not really interacting with people on the streets or interacting with people in a shop or just doing a random high five. Or, back in the day, I am fairly extroverted. Back in the day, I would do high fives and say hello and have greetings with just random people on the streets, and like, those days have gone. And Alex is saying yum for, have you ever had cheese with prawns? I don't know what it's all about, but yeah, that is honestly, this is the highlight of my day. And so if anyone wants to have a conversation or if anyone wants to chat, yeah, Alex, let's do that. Definitely. I need to see people, please. And what time? It's Thursday. I'm not doing anything. So, yep, sounds good. Okay. Also, Alex and Sates, if you want to chat about Saturday or about your games, then yeah, evenings, that's fine. Like, we can do it later on, hopefully not too late. Like, even if I'm chatting to someone, I try to go to bed around 10 or so. Yeah, but honestly, I don't know if that's an improvement, but I'm going to, And it all begins with love. And sorry. I need a wee drink. I've not had a drink all morning. And hello, it's either Ben or Kelly Lee, I believe. And I am just wrapping up, but if there's anything else that you want to chat about, you've got a couple of minutes to do so. Or indeed, if you want to arrange a phone call, like if you want to just chat for some reason, honestly, let's chat. Let's just chat. I'm just, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, all I'm going to say is, hmm. So once again, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for keeping me virtual company. I hope that tomorrow, Friendly Friday Forum, a couple of you will decide to jump in. The whole point of Friendly Friday Forum is always to say, yeah, if you want to join me on camera, you can. So if you want to, come on, like Ben or Kelly Lee, frankly, come on and talk about your reviews and chat about what you're doing and chat about your photography or whatever, or chat about what's going well, or... But yeah, Kelly Lee here. Not had as much of a chance to drop in as I'm back at work now. Just wanted to say hi. That's totally fair. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. And you've got some things to look forward to. As I was saying, my next streams look at stuffbybest.com/streams. Please do share, spread the word if you think that this is the kind of thing that anyone else would like to get involved in. If you think anyone else would like to jump in on a stream for a few minutes or half an hour or an hour or a couple of hours, then they can do so tomorrow. Let them know. As long as you trust them, obviously. It's all about trust. In the end, it's just a simple matter of trust. In the end, on the internet, the friends we get all must remember we're humans who feel. Remember we're humans who are real. Remember, in the end, that everyone can be a friend for a little fun on this journey of life. As we share a little strife, I'm not gonna say a problem shares a problem halved, but maybe a little sharing's alright. And so thank you very much. You have all been wonderful. You've all been beautiful. Thank you so much. Alex, get in touch with me. Tell me what times would work for you. Say it. If you want to chat, let me know. Tell me what time would work for you. And yeah, for one. You should know how to reach me. In case you don't know how to reach me, then I'm going to put up my... Yep, you can... How can you reach me? Oh, it doesn't actually have my email address, but stuffbybez, which you see repeated several times, @gmail.com. You could also message me on Twitter or message me on Instagram, although I see that less frequently, or message me on Twitch, although I see that less frequently still. But yeah, pretty much messaging me on Twitter or Instagram, it'll get to me eventually. Twitter is probably the fastest, or email's the second best. Facebook is also good, but yeah, reach out to. And yeah. Oh, thank you, Becky. And so, thank you very much, Kelly. And I am going to pop into. I might actually change one of the raid. Oops, I need to turn that noise off. Idol Mikael, our good friend Idol Michael, who at this point basically just are always going along with. So, if you want to join me for the raid, then feel free to copy parts of this message or all of this message and then paste it in like 10-20 seconds when we will go over to Idol Michael's stream. For now, there is only one thing left to do, and that is to sing bye bye, bye bye. This is the goodbye song. Bye bye, bye bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye bye, bye bye. This is the end of the show. Bye bye, bye bye. And now it's time to go. Bye bye, bye bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye bye, bye bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye bye, bye bye. This is the end of the show. Bye bye, bye bye. Now it's time to go. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye, bye bye. Thank you for shenanigans along. Bye bye, bye bye. And now it's an improv song. Bye bye, bye bye. I hope you have a good day. Bye bye, bye bye. As we all go on our way. Bye bye, bye bye. This is not the end. Bye bye, bye bye. I'll be back tomorrow, my friends. Bye bye. 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 This is the end of the show. Bye bye. Bye bye. And now it's time.